Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are here, and let me just say much love to you beautiful deep divers. 10 big lies society has got you believing. Dun dun dun. So, a lot of people send me a lot of questions. I get a lot of messages, and a lot of people are asking, Ralph, where are your latest Instagram posts? Well, I can't actually log into my Instagram at Infinite Waters. There seems to be a problem. I'm getting a message, you need a verification code. And there are a lot of deep divers asking questions there. So the account is still active. So contact Instagram right now if you're sending in a question there and say, hey, look, this is unacceptable, right? Because I'm a deep diver. Okay, so there you have it, but other places, you know where I am. Let's get the Infinite Waters Instagram right back. Contact Instagram right now. So let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Okay, so I got a question from someone saying, they're having a kind of meltdown because what they thought society was, what they thought the world was, is kind of different from how it actually is. And they're writing to me, telling me that they've kind of got this feeling they've been brainwashed their whole entire lives. Do you ever feel like that? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? We are here. Now, let me share with you the 10 big lies society got me believing and how I freed myself of that, how I became my greatest version to inspire millions of people. The first big lie society has got you believing is that everything you learn at school is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh my gosh, even the cat down the road is laughing at me, right? We are led to believe as soon as we grow up and enter schools that whatever we are being taught in a textbook must be the truth. So if you are reading history, it must be accurate facts, but his story only means his story. Slow motion this side. Not yours. So what freed me along my journey was to realize that many of us, we have been miseducated. We don't learn in school about ourselves, how to be a human being, how to love more, how to find the truth of who we are. Much of what we learn, and I used to teach in a school, are just programs to help us fit into society, not to help us move closer to the truth of who we are, our true authenticity. So what I see is that there is a massive awakening happening on the planet, and it can't be stopped. New Earth is arising, and with New Earth, I've seen you're going to get a whole new kind of education. The word education emanates from the Latin educare, which means to bring out. That is what true education should be. And once I realized that, I started to educate myself. I started to do what I love. I started to connect more with nature. I started to really go within and find the truth by going on the journey within. And I've learned so much. What's the second big lie society has got you believing? That money is a prerequisite for joy. Now, don't get me wrong. Money can come in handy. I see money as a tool. Money is energy, but it is not the be all and end all. Money can only give you more of what you already have. If you're happy, money will add a little bit more happiness to it, but it won't bring you happiness. You got to be happy first. I know a lot of people with a lot of money. I've got a lot of money, but does it make me happy? It adds to it. I was happy before the money. Slow motion this side. Do you know how many people I meet who are very rich and just totally miserable? Or they're like, when I get this, if I get a new car, I'm gonna be so happy. If I earn this much money, I'm gonna be so happy. I love when Bob Marley said, the numbers never run out. If you need money to make you happy, the numbers never run out. You will never be happy. And that's really what I learned along my journey, that true happiness comes from within, and then everything else can enhance it. They are just tools. What's the third big lie society has got you believing? That big pharma, massive pharmaceutical companies are your only rescue. Okay, you need pharmaceutical drugs to save your life. And what I've realized along my journey, see, Western medicine is allopathic. That means they only treat the symptoms. So if you've got a headache, they give you a pill, but they don't treat the underlying causes of the disease. You got to look at African healing systems, Eastern healing systems, right? They are naturopathic. They're treating the underlying root causes of the disease. So if you've got a headache, they'll be like, okay, what happened yesterday? Who were you arguing with? And you'll say, well, the cat down the road. Then they'll say, okay, we got it. But you see, allopathic medicine, which is the dominant medicine in this society, only treats the symptoms. And a lot of us, we've been led to believe that these prescription drugs will cure me. And I realized what freed me along my journey is that, you see, health is really all about having mental, emotional, and physical balance. And that's why every day I'm moving into optimum health, because I'm realizing that it's got a lot to do with what I'm thinking, what I'm eating. Okay, yes, they can help. Medicines can help, but oftentimes nature, the herbs are the healing for the nation. Food, fruits, these are our doctors. Sunlight, water, having a better attitude towards yourself. And this is really what freed me. It took me to the next level. What's the fourth big lie society has got you believing? Now, what helped me along my journey was to realize this, that, okay, this lie, you are eating what they're eating. Because everybody is eating it, it must be healthy. So for a long time, 7-day vegan challenge, by the way, I was conditioned to believe that I needed to eat meat to get protein. And you couldn't tell me otherwise, because that was a program I had adopted. And then I met someone who was like, absolutely not. You have been lied to your whole life. Do you know that chia seeds are a complete source of protein? Do you know that spirulina is 65% protein? Beef is only 22% protein. Spirulina has 3 times more protein than beef. Slow motion this side. I said, what? I didn't know about this. And then I started to even research more, started to watch documentaries like Forks Over Knives, started to find out about hemp too, complete source of protein. So just because a lot of people are eating something or think it is healthy, you gotta do your own research and find out the truth for yourself. What's the fifth big lie society has got you believing? That other people are to blame for your problems and how you feel. Now, I'm of the school of hard knocks where you got to take responsibility for how you feel. I never let anything outside of me control how I feel. Life is fantastic. Life is great. Why? Because I am inspiring millions of people. Not only that, because I'm peaceful within myself. And that's why we're blossoming and blooming. So inner peace always starts within. It's so easy to point the finger and say, this person made me feel like that, but nobody can make you feel like anything without your permission. You gave them permission. You can take it back. It's time to take it back right now. And it's time to start being responsible for this energetic vibration you are creating within yourself. You hold the power, just like in The Wizard of Oz. The power was with you all along. So what's helped me along my journey is to realize that it's even more empowering to say, actually, I am responsible for how I feel. And that really helped me become my greatest version. What's the sixth big lie society has got you believing? That if other people validate you, then that means you're worthy. But it has to come from other people first. Like if other people tell you you're cool, that means you're cool. So I started to realize along my journey that a lot of us, we've been sold a cheap lie. We've been waiting for external validation our entire lives. And this is why so many people don't have the confidence they really should have. And what freed me along my journey was to realize this, that you got to learn how to validate your own existence first. Yes, I love to receive compliments. Yippee! Left, right, and center, I'll take it. But I also realized this, that it doesn't matter how many people validate you. If you don't validate your own existence, it's going to be hard to love yourself. It's going to be hard to accept yourself. You got to learn how to accept yourself 100%. And then other people's opinions become less important. Your perception becomes even more important. And that's really where the inner growth begins to take place. What's the seventh big lie society has got you believing? Things are what they seem. Don't worry about any of that, right? I used to actually believe things are what they seem. And sometimes you might watch a movie and you're just watching it growing up, and then you're just eating popcorn and all the popcorn is going all over you, right? And then 5 years fast forward, and then 10 years fast forward, you might watch the same film and then start to see things very differently. I remember when I watched The Matrix for the first time, I was like, okay, it's a cool action film. Then I watched it again, I'm like, whoa, this is really deep. Then again, it's so deep. And there are a lot of subliminal messages in movies, for example, even in music, and things aren't what they seem. Our planet is totally not what it seems. Quantum physics is showing us that everything is energy. New discoveries are being made, and the old view of seeing the world as everything is separate is starting to fade away. We are now realizing that everything is connected. And they always say, the truth is stranger than the fiction. So I've started to realize what really empowered me is that nothing is what it seems. And that's actually a very, beautiful mindset to have, because it shows that we are infinite beings with infinite possibilities that can do pretty much anything if we are given the chance. And we have got to give ourselves the chance, because there is a collective shift happening on the planet, and it is beautiful. The cat down the road, is it beautiful? It's beautiful, right? So nothing is what it seems. You got to start researching, you got to start doing your own research and finding your own truth. I've learned you've always got to seek the truth, because we are living in the Maya, what they talked about in the Indus Valley, the illusion world. And now people are seeking the truth like never before. What's the eighth big lie society has got you believing? That you got to work hard your whole life. That's right, you got to sweat, you got to grind. And I've realized this, you simply don't. Everything you need will be provided for you, so long as you are in alignment with your true authentic self. I meet people all the time. Sometimes they don't have a lot, but they are able to manifest the life they truly desire by being in alignment with their authentic self. You got to work hard. That's what I believed for a long time. Then I realized I wasn't getting the results I wanted, because I was putting all of this effort in and nothing was coming back. Nowadays, I wake up in infinite abundance every single day, and it's only because I've realized a secret. It's not about how hard you work. It's about how smart you work. It's about how passionately you work. Slow motion this side. Nature doesn't really put in a lot of effort. Nature is very fluid. It's the ebb and the flow. It is always using the most efficient way to do everything. And we've got to learn from nature, because, well, it's our mother, right? What's the ninth big lie society has got you believing? That thinking differently is dangerous. Now, if you are a deep diver, already you're going to be thinking differently. It goes back to our childhood, even from school, where if you don't put the right answer, then you probably will fail your exam. So we don't even realize, on a subconscious level, we are programmed to put the answer they want, not the answer we feel. So over time, everybody wants to fit in, because everybody wants to pass their exams, right? It starts from there. Hive mind. We go with what everybody else is thinking, because the lie we've been led to believe is that thinking differently is dangerous, and for good reason, because you could be an outcast. Nobody wants that. But what really liberated me was to realize, when you stop caring what other people think, you have reached a dangerously new level of freedom like never before. And because of that, you will be a pioneer. Don't be another brick in the wall. You gotta be different to make a difference. And I've seen it along my journey. Those who are different in society will always reach the top, because they are doing what nobody else dares to do. So they just stand out. They just stand out like the cat down the road on a dinner table. Just stands out. Be different. More so, be yourself and think differently. I'm not going to judge you, but you might find something. What's the 10th big lie society has got you believing, dun dun dun, that questioning is dangerous. Like, a lot of people send me stuff. Check this out, Ralph. Check that out, Ralph. And I'm just like, okay, they have a lot of weird questions. I wouldn't say weird, they're just questions. And they're asking, why is it like this? What do you think about flat earth? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this regarding to food and that? And I'm blown away. What do you think? Do you think the world is a hologram, Ralph? And they're asking all of these questions. And what I've seen is that is not dangerous. In fact, that is amazing. Because if I didn't ask questions, my oh my, I would have been stuck in a terrible, boring ass life. I had to ask questions like, who am I? Who am I? And I got a whole lot of answers just by asking that. Who am I? It made me very introspective. I started to look within. More so, it made me see what I want out of life. I said, I am an infinite being. I love connecting with beautiful people. Let's have a great time on planet Earth. I associate myself with that. Upliftment, inspiring, going to the next level. Questioning is never dangerous, but a lack of questions is. Slow motion this side. So that is a terrible lie society has got you believing, that if you question, if you think differently, if you think outside of the box, that is dangerous. Totally not. Because questioning is what really brings us clarity, helps us move out of our comfort zone to land in beautiful, new discoveries. And then you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? We are here. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Life is great. Life is fantastic. Why? Because we're freeing the mind every single day. Have a beautiful day. Woo! Getting high, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You